Hey, I'm Lenni and welcome to Control Room A of High Tide Studios. I founded High Tide Studios around 12 years ago. We were at a different location first, but the building got sold and we had to move out. And after that, we completely built this studio from scratch here on an old farm. So you might hear some noises, some horses in the background. All the acoustics you see here, they are designed by MB Acoustics here in Germany. Since this is the most crucial part of a great studio, we didn't want to compromise on that. On 250 square meters, we have 3 control rooms and 2 live rooms, and they all suit a different purpose. And Control Room A, this is the one we are sitting in right now. It has an SSL AWS 948 console and some very nice pieces of outboard gear, which I selected. And this makes it perfect for working with artists during recordings and mixing sessions. Control Room B is our immersive sound studio. It is equipped with a Dolby Atmos 9.1.4 system. It also has a great stereo setup, and that combined with its amazing acoustics, it really makes it a great immersive sound and mastering room as well. The third room is located on the premises of High Tide Studios, but it belongs to Tobias. He's a great composer and sound designer. He does a lot of film and movie as well as commercial music and sound design. And that room is also home to Bob of Lipaka Studios. But we're all a big family here, so it often happens that Bob or Tobias, they use one of High Tide's control rooms and they record all their stuff in my live rooms as well. Being located on an old farm has the benefit that we are surrounded by nature. We can relax outside on the terrace, we have creative sessions outside, or just have a nice barbecue with the artists. And I feel that this is very important, and it's a big part of High Tide Studios because I mainly specialize in handmade music. So I work with artists in genres like folk, acoustic, neoclassical piano music, singer-songwriters. And I think that the surroundings, they play a huge role when making true and meaningful music. Just being far off from hectic city life and constant brain overload. So when the plans for the new High Tide Studios started to take shape, we of course not just focused on acoustics and the atmosphere here at the studios. Great sounding speakers and other equipment is also very important. And I got to know Eve Audio very, very early on when they just came out with their first speakers. I spent some time listening to them at a fair, and then I decided to have a pair shipped to our not yet finished studio build and listen to the speakers very closely in the room I wanted to install them in. And what can I say? It started a great Eve Audio journey for me. So in this room, I'm using a pair of Eve Audio SC407 speakers. They are placed in the midfield, and they are basically my main set of speakers for my everyday producing, mixing, and also mastering. And whenever I really need to listen to the smallest details in my recordings, like for example, subtle noises in felted piano recordings or small cracks in a nice vocal recording, they don't let me down. For the music I produce, I want very detailed high frequencies without being harsh. And Eve speakers, they seem to be a perfect fit for my ears, for my purposes, because I can work on them for many, many hours at a time without them being tiring to my ears. And one more thing I look for in my monitoring systems is a very tight bass response. For example, I want a kick drum to hit and then be gone without resonating and such. And that is what I get from Eve Audio speakers in my rooms. I also have the smallest set of Eve Audio speakers, the SC203. They are located left and right side of my console, and they make a great reference for my speakers. The cool thing is that I can take them with me whenever I am working from home or mobile recordings. Of course, they have their physical limitations when it comes to volume, pure output. But even the bass response is great, such that I can prepare mixes on them, and they translate amazingly well on all of my other speakers. And that's why I love them, and it's always good to have a set of speakers that I can use in different environments and get to know the speakers very well. And that's why I use the SC203 as well. So thanks for watching, and I will show you the rest of High Tide Studios very soon.